Bitch, I'm one of them. Lights on the field, city lit, no cap. Air voice get heard when we press that tap. From the court to the curb, from the mic to the plate. We don't chase the moment, we document the day. Built from the ground up, put the truth in the frame. Every story got weight, every loss, every game. Where the game meet the story. Move loud, move forward. Sports, entertainment, community. FSEN.
This episode of FSEN Daily includes affiliate promotions. When you use our link or promo code, FSEN may earn a small commission that helps us continue bringing you coverage of local sports and entertainment. Thanks for supporting the show.
Every score, every story, every voice that matters in the borderland. This is FSEN Daily. Sports entertainment news. If it matters here, it matters here.
Everyone, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Today's show is going to be built versus bought, the portal era. We're going to look at kind of how the last few national championships for this year were built and what that impact is on student athletes. So over the last this past weekend, we saw two national champions crowned, UCLA on the women's side and Michigan on the men's side. And if you look at how those teams were built, they're really telling us something bigger about college sports right now. For years, the conversation has always been you either build a team through recruiting and development, or now you go to the portal and you put one together. That's been the blueprint going forward so far. But what we just saw this weekend, folks, this past weekend, might be something different. It really might be something different. UCLA women's wins the national championship. 50% of their roster, half their roster was transfers. And folks, they didn't just win. They beat South Carolina 79-51. And if I'm being honest, that game wasn't even close. Wasn't even close. That's not just winning, folks. That is a blueprint. That's a blueprint now going forward for college sports, I think. This is my opinion. Then on Monday, so that was Sunday. Then on Monday, we saw Michigan win a national championship. And here's the part that changes everything, guys. Their starting five were all transfers. Every single one of them was a transfer. Not role players, not depth. We're talking the entire starting lineup, all transfers. So now it's not just about using the portal, because you can build a champion through it, right? Let's look at other sports. Let's go to football. Indiana, nowhere near traditional power in football. They rebuilt through the portal, accelerated their process, win a national championship. Let's go to women's volleyball. Texas A&M, a third of their roster, transfers, national championship. Different sports, different styles, same reality, national championships. So the transfer portal isn't just helping teams anymore. It's helping teams win championships. And that is the game changer there. Teams are winning championships now through the portal. Now, don't let me get ahead of myself and say this, because it's still it's not all portal, right? You still got to develop players. You still got to build a culture. But at this point, you're not winning without it. You're not winning without using that portal. And that's the reality of the thing. But here's where it gets really interesting. This is where it gets really interesting, right? Because right now, as the model is starting to prove that it works, there's a push to limit it. Limit transfers, regulate NIL, slow down player movement. So now we've got a system that's producing champions and a policy trying to slow it down. This isn't about whether the portal works anymore. It's about whether college sports is going to allow it to keep working this way. Keep working the way it is right now. So how does this hit home here locally in El Paso? Because this doesn't just change how teams win. It changes how athletes get recruited. This impacts recruiting big. Because now a college coach literally has two legit options. They can recruit a high school player, or they can go to the portal and get someone who already has college experience. And right now, a lot of programs are choosing the experience. So high school athletes aren't just competing against themselves anymore, well, against other high school athletes. They're now competing against college athletes in the portal. So this whole argument that we have about the age thing, right? So high school kids who were seniors, that were freshmen, by the time they become seniors, are still competing against those same seniors that they were in high school with when they were freshmen for college spots in actuality. So the bottom line is you can't just be a prospect anymore. You got to look like someone who can help right away. You got to look like someone that can help right away. So the timeline doesn't disappear. The timeline is just basically sped up. Development still matters. It's just got to happen earlier. You got to start developing earlier. Because if you look at what we just saw, UCLA, Michigan, Indiana, Texas A&M, it's not about built versus bought anymore. It's about who blends both the best, because that's who's winning. And right now, that's the new blueprint for college sports. Hey, folks, we're going to take a quick break right here, and we'll be right back after this.
Embrace individuality with Acolor's diverse collection designed to stand out and make a statement wherever you go. Designed in sunny Los Angeles and handcrafted with precision, Acolor sunglasses deliver durability and comfort, keeping you stylish and protected all day long. Use promo code FSEN and get 10% off your entire order.
When it comes to your safety, good enough doesn't cut it. That's why you need the best work gloves. Bare knuckles, gloves for any job, anywhere.
Less clutter, more clarity. This is Distill Union, where smart design meets real life. From wallets that snap shut just right, to eyewear that's built to last, every detail is made to simplify your day. No flash, no fuss. Just clean lines, clever function, and modern style that moves with you. Distill Union, smart by design. Simplify your everyday. Use promo code FSEN and receive 20% off your entire order.
Embrace.
All right, folks, welcome back. We just spent some time talking about how college sports are changing. But here at FSEN, we always bring it back home. Because at the end of the day, sports are about people, stories, and impact. And this past Friday, we had the opportunity to be part of something really, really special. The full video is up on the site. A dedication ceremony honoring retired Command Sergeant Major Curtis L. Brown, 101 years old, and a legacy that continues to inspire. A trailblazer, a leader, and a figure whose impact reaches far beyond one moment. We had the honor of capturing part of that ceremony, and we want to take a moment to show it right here. So we're going to show Mr. Brown's ceremony, and we'll be right back. So stay with us. Stay here. We're gonna show the ceremony now.
People ask me today how old I am. I never told anybody how old I am. I reach in my pocket. I get my license out. I hand it to them and they look at it.
With a standing ovation, before he even start, give to Command Sergeant Major Tech. All right. Please be seated, please be seated, please be seated.
Folks, we apologize. It was supposed to have been a 6-minute video clip from the ceremony. Like I said, the ceremony is up on the website. Not kind of befuddled as to why that got kicked off. But we're going to finish up this episode, and what I will do after this is I will upload that 6-minute clip from the ceremony so you guys can watch it. It was definitely powerful, and I'm really embarrassed that we didn't get that part up. But let's go in here to segment 3 here, preparing athletes for the new reality. We've talked about college sports and how they're changing, and now the question becomes is, what are we doing to help prepare athletes for this new reality? Because if you look at what's happening, the transfer portal is now part of how teams win championships. Experience is being valued more than ever. So high school athletes aren't just competing against each other anymore. They're competing against experienced college athletes who are in the portal, who've got experience, and coaches want that. So this means one thing. You have to be ready early. And that's why here on our part, we've done some things to kind of try to help student athletes. We've done some things on our part to help our student athletes here to get ready for that actual transition. And one of those things is the Media Academy. This is built strictly for high school student athletes. Well, not student athletes, but high school students in general. The Media Academy is for high school students in general. That's our opportunity we let you come in the studio and you get to get hands-on experience and working on shows just like this, and doing podcasts, learning the back end of all of this, and really starting the process of building out your brand, especially if you're a student athlete. The next thing that we're actually doing is this summer we're offering the Media Fellowship for college students, where they come in for the summer. They work on shows just like FSEN Daily, the Borderlands Sports Report, Game Time 915, and really learn the ins and outs of this media business. And the kicker to that is that we're going to take the top candidates from this fellowship, and they will become part of the FSEN staff in the fall. So they will get it will end with a paid job for some of the top performers. So that's another way that we here at FSEN are trying to give back to the community as a whole. And then the third initiative that we have going on is the Pivot Program. This is through EBH Fitness LLC. The Pivot Program allows student athletes to start this process, start learning where they're at, get assessments, get exposure, get seen, so that college coaches have you on their radar and are not just looking at college student athletes, but are also looking at high school athletes. And so this is our way of placing you guys in a position to be able to do that as well. We help guide the student athletes through the recruiting process, help them understand how to position themselves, which is key, and how to be seen, and how to make right decisions. And so we've put together all those things, and we got a couple of other initiatives that we have going on, but those are the big ones. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back to wrap up this show. Thanks for watching.
Let's go! Let's motocross! Let's go to the moon! For the first time!
No thanks. I drink Aspire healthy energy drinks. Just half the caffeine of those other drinks. So they're perfect for life's everyday, unextreme moments. Moments like joining that meeting that should have been an email. Hi, Susan. Getting the motivation to go on a walk. And honestly, just staying up past 8 p.m. Aspire energy drinks also have 0 sugar, 0 calories, and are made with natural caffeine from green tea, which means no crashes, no jitters, and no anxiety.
No one cares about your muscles.
Half the caffeine is still packed with all the flavor, with choices like mixed berry, strawberry watermelon, raspberry acai, and more.
This is good and chill.
Life is intense enough. Drink the energy drink designed with real life and moderation in mind. Aspire energy drinks. Refreshingly unextreme energy.
All right, folks, before we get out of here, let's wrap this up. Today we talked about how the transfer portal is changing college sports. Took a moment to honor a powerful legacy. And like I said, folks, I will upload that video as soon as I get off of this podcast so you guys can see at least a quick segment of it. But it is on the website. If you go to FSEN Daily, go to podcast. It is under the FSEN Daily podcast. It is right there for you to watch in the entirety. The entire video is like an hour and some change, but we're going to upload the 6-minute portion for you guys, as well as you can get the audio as well. And we broke down what all that means for athletes right here at home. That's a lot, but it all connects. As we head into this off season here, when I say off season, the end of the school year, we're going to be keeping a close eye on local athletes as they continue to develop and prepare for what's next. We talked about the Media Academy, the fellowship, and the Pivot Program, and then we also have a couple other things that we're working on that we haven't put out yet, but they'll be coming soon with some announcements. But if you are a student athlete, parent, or coach, now is the time to start thinking about how to position yourself in this new landscape, because the game is changing. It's definitely changing. So, folks, that has been the FSEN Daily. Thank you guys for tuning in. Continue to support. Be blessed. Have a good day. Peace out.
Coaches, leaders, voices you should know. Local runs deep everywhere we go. If it matters here, then it matters today. This is FSEN Daily. Same time, same way.